Hi guys, here's Bougie, and she is my cream and apricot, I guess, ears golden doodle. She's getting blow dried here a couple weeks ago, and Paris will be coming up here in a few minutes. Boo likes to bite at the air when the blow dryer's blowing on her. I have the grooming table put up for the winter. We have it on the back deck out there. We unhook the hot water heater off of it and all the stuff off of it and just bathe them in the house. And if I'm too lazy, I just blow dry them. I put a leash on them loosely and just blow dry them in here, sitting in front of my chair. Okay, and here's some footage I've got of Paris. She's always laying on me in my chair. She lays on my footstool and she rests her head on my knees and I pet her. But this is Paris. She's the other one that got OFA tested on December 26th. And as I said on the second part of this video, on the end part of it, I waited. I had the first appointment already, the deposit paid down on both girls. And I think I had to pay half down. I can't remember, but I did it because I didn't want them to catch that doggy virus that was going around where people's dogs are getting respiratory viruses. And they didn't know why. But anyway, here's Paris. Let's see her little markings, her phantom golden doodle markings. She likes to hold paws. She holds hands. Both of them do that. They're funny. But anyway, I'm letting you see Paris again. Here she is getting groomed, and she's one of the 3 loves of my life that's got fur. And I'm just letting everybody get their memories jogged. It's been a month since I put up a video. If you haven't seen us before, this is Paris, my phantom golden doodle. She weighs about 65 pounds. Bougie, on the other hand, weighs about 75 pounds, and she's going to have to get back on another weight trim plan. But anyway, there's my girls. Roxy's not in this video because she wasn't OFA tested. But stay tuned for what all has happened. Hi guys, this is going to be a little bit of a crude way of making a video, but I've holed myself up in my room. I'm trying to get my update together about the girls. Now I have a real long, I call it long video, that I have been working on for a month to edit, and I forgot to put some pictures in there that I was going to put of my niece dog, Luna. And so I've got to wait till I get some of those pictures and stick those in there. I don't know when I'm going to get that done. I've been real busy. I can't say what I've been busy with, but I've been real busy. But let's get to the news. On December 26th, I had Paris and Bougie OFA tested at a neighboring city, hour or so away vet clinic, a very, very top-notch vet clinic to do OFA testing, x-rays with anesthesia. Now, I've mentioned that many times in my previous videos where I was planning on doing that. Now, I cannot now remember what the price was of the testing, and it was not thousands of dollars. It was over 1,000, but it was not thousands like you would expect it would be. Now, I don't know if that was just a fluke. I don't know what happened, but usually if you do that with anesthesia on one dog, it's thousands. And I lucked out on that part and got it done. And then I was thinking, if it's not going to be a quality vet's office, even though it appeared to be, if it's not going to be quality radiographs, then the OFA won't even read it. They'll kick it out. I don't know what's going to happen. But that vet office was so impressive. I loved that vet office. I loved their way they did their procedures, how professional they were, and so on. But anyway, then we got the testing done. They woke up from their anesthesia very well. And then the vet office called us not once, but like 3 days in a row, 3 business days in a row. And one of those days was a weekend day, and checked on the girls to make sure they were not having any adverse effects of the anesthesia. Now, some of you may wonder why I had OFA testing done on them. Well, a lot of people that watch us know that I intend. I'm in my room and trying to hide from the dogs for the noise, and my Roomba vacuum's in here. So, side note, sorry about that noise. But anyway, I intend to maybe breed the girls someday, and I want them to be as healthy as possible, so for their health and for the health of the puppies. And I want people to be able to verify the health of the puppy that they buy. Okay, so I had their hips and elbows tested on this testing. They've also both been embark tested, and they have great health. The only thing that ever showed up is, like I said, they have a gene, ichthyosis gene that's a golden retriever type, which they have golden retriever in them. But it shows up on their bodies if they're going to have it by the age, I think, of 1, but they've never showed it. And so all I have to do genetically is breed them to a clear male, and that it clears that gene from the puppy. So that's all we have found that we would knowingly affect these puppies with, if we infect these puppies in the wrong way, if we had not had these girls tested. Now, a lot of times people do create golden doodles, and they just put a couple of dogs together, and they don't health test them. And I have literally been made fun of, or had my eye, people side-eye me over it or whatever, because I'm doing this. And I really don't know that I will ever breed them. I'm still looking for a male or a stud male to pair with them if it's healthy, if it's what I'm looking for. So that's why I still haven't said, okay, guys, get on the list. Get on, if you think you're going to want a puppy, let's see if we get these puppies prearranged for before we breed the girls, because that's what I'll do. If I do decide to breed them, I will put out a request for anyone that thinks they might want a puppy to go ahead and sign up for one. And then once the breeding happens in the order in which the deposits came, that's who will get the first pick and the second pick and the third pick. I'll pay for the stud service if I do that, and I probably will do that because I don't want to have 4 doodles. I don't want the male living in the house with me, because of the girls, and I don't want to, I don't know of a guardian home right now that I could get. So that's why that part of it hasn't been decided. Now, Paris and Bougie both are starting to come in heat again. And we've gotten prepared for that. We got their little clothes ready that they need to wear. And that's really not a hard thing, because me and Pet Dad just deal with it together. And we change their clothes. One of us changes them, the other one changes them. We just kind of keep it going. But anyway, so when I got the OFA testing done on them on December 26th, I had put off the first appointment, even though it was prepaid, and I think that appointment was set for November. But I was afraid of this canine sickness that was going around. They kept talking about dogs were dying from this mysterious pneumonia type illness that was going around, and I didn't want to expose them to any animals that had maybe had that. And I have to say, again, if you guys want to know what office that was, you can email me at tms2292@gmail.com. I will be happy to share with you the name of this vet clinic, because they are so good. I mean, they're clean. My dogs never touched another dog. They weren't around another dog. They knew I was concerned about that. I never saw any other dogs except the ones that were being taken in the surgery door while we were waiting to be brought in. People would come out to the cars to get your dog out of your car along with you. You'd fill in your paperwork, fill it out, just like you would if you were bringing a person to have surgery. I mean, it was impressive. Okay, so I never heard anything from the OFA. And it had been over 4 weeks. They told me it could take up to 4 weeks, sometimes 6 weeks, but usually 3. And I hadn't heard from them, so I called yesterday because I was thinking, these people have lost my result. Because I knew the vet had done their part. I had paid the vet. I had paid the OFA to read the stuff, and they were supposed to email me, and they never did. So I called the vet, and she said they had gotten their stuff back pretty quick, and she couldn't believe I hadn't gotten anything. But she said, we get different stuff than you guys get, so what we have wouldn't do you any good. I said, okay. So I called the OFA myself, and they told me they had emailed the stuff a long time ago. And they told me to check my spam folder, and I did, and we did not have anything. And I said, I've had this same email address for probably 20 or 25 years. So there's no mistake, on my part. So the guy said, okay, I'm going to email your result right now. And they're kind of secretive about everything. They don't tell you anything about the animal in case, you're maybe trying to find out something that's you're not supposed to know about. But I have their, well, I'll tell you that later. They could figure out from my information, I knew off the top of my head that it was my dog's. He said, but I will email you the information again. So he said, there it goes right now. So I got off the phone. I never got the email. And I was starting to get disgusted then. And I can be a little salty when, I'm sorry, but I'm just being upfront with you. I thought, listen, I have paid all this money. I think I told the vet that. I said, I better not have paid all this money, and then those people have lost my stuff. Because I knew the vet wasn't going to want to do it again for free, and I thought, well, I guess we're going to court maybe or something with these people that's supposed to send me this. But I was so wrong about that. They never sent me anything, so I waited. I called again. I keep hearing somebody. I called again to see if they had really emailed it. And because the guy said, there it goes. He sent it. So the girl I talked to that time, she said, well, we send those emails out in blocks. We get a few ready, and then we send them out. So it may be tomorrow or it may be later tonight. And I thought, I was wanting to know, guys, what my dog's tested as. Not that I was worried at all. In a weird way, I was hoping, except for the bad health, I was hoping that I could just get them fixed. I thought, well, because I still, I think I'm going to create some gorgeous puppies, but, I don't know. If you're too happy about doing something like that, I don't know. I think you ought to question yourself anyway. But I do know I've got phenomenal dogs. And they are the sweetest personality dogs I've ever seen. I mean, ever. Okay, I'm always saying that. I'm going to move on. I got up this morning to go to work, and at 5:30, there's my OFA test results, okay? I was super happy. Now, I don't know. I don't think I can share this because there's so much information. Let me just do this. That's one of the certificates of 4 that I have. This one is Bougie's. It's from the Orthopedic Foundation for Animals Incorporated. Bougie, she's called a hybrid on here because she's a golden doodle. And they don't recognize those as purebred yet. But they are registered as CKC non-purebred. But they call them hybrids at the OFA. The certificate has it has their microchip number. It has an application number. It has the date of the report, which was made January 8, 2024. And here we're going into February, and they sent this, they said January 8th. Okay. And then I don't know why they didn't get it to me, but I've got the right email address. Then over here, we've got the registration number for the CKC, where I had a non-pure breed registered with CKC by proving parentage of their sire and dam. Okay, she's female, birth date 11/17/2021. You have to wait until they're 2 years old to effectively do OFA testing. You just do. You can do them earlier, but you got to redo them because they're not fully developed yet. Okay, age of evaluation in months, and she was 25 months old. And then here's an official number that's issued, made by the Orthopedic Foundation for Animals. It's made, that number is issued by them. And I had to sign an agreement when I had this done that I had to post this stuff online, let them post it online for the general public to see. So if I claim that a puppy comes from parents that are OFA tested, the buyers of the puppies can go online and check that number that I provide to them and see what the score was. Okay, so it says the result, this is Bougie's, this is the portion of the elbow dysplasia test. I had hips done and elbows done, which is a separate certification. Based upon the radiographs submitted, the consensus was that no evidence of elbow dysplasia was recognized. None. Isn't that awesome? And then it's got the owner's name and address, and then it's scored as normal. And that's, the vet's office said, that, what can you do? That's good. That's normal. She's got normal elbows. Okay. Then it says on the bottom, I got an actual certificate for each thing. I had 4 of them. This electronic OFA certificate was generated on 1/8/2024. This certification can be verified on the OFA website by entering the dog's registration number onto the orange search box located at the top of the page, or by scanning the QR code above, which shows it on the certificate. If there are any errors on the certificate, that's to me, just do whatever, blah, blah, blah. Just get a hold of them and they'll fix it. Okay, so that's Bougie's elbow dysplasia normal certification that I will hang on the wall, 1 copy, and the other copy will go in their vet records, which we keep a copy here, and we send a copy. We had a copy sent to their vet, which was, our vet's a different vet than the one that did this, because our vet doesn't do OFA testing. Okay, so then Bougie again. This is the second certification. This one's got a blue border, and the one I just read you has a green border, so you can tell they're different things. Okay, Bougie hybrid, and the microchip number, and the application number, and the date the report was made, which is January 8th, and the registration number for CKC, non-purebred, sex female, date of birth 11/17, age at evaluation in months, 25 months, and then her OFA number is in a box past that. And here's the diagnosis. And this is the diagnosis for hip dysplasia, which, oh my goodness, this is such an important test. And it says result, based upon the radiographs submitted, the consensus was that no evidence of hip dysplasia was recognized. None. My girls are going to live a long time with good hips and no limping and all that, whether they had puppies or not. Anyway, the hip joint conformation was evaluated as good. So, is that not exciting? Now, I'll spare you all that stuff I'm reading off the bottom like I did on the last one, because it's the exact same information. Okay, now I'll move on to keep from boring you, since we're 15 minutes and 42 seconds into this video. Paris, her elbow test was done. She's listed as hybrid breed. Her microchip number was listed on her certificate. Her application number, her date of the report, again, 1/8/2024. Her CKC registration number is on there. Her sex female, her birth date, 11/17. Her age, 25 months, because Paris and Bougie, if you don't know, they're litter mates from the same litter. And the result, based upon the radiographs submitted, the consensus was that no evidence of elbow dysplasia was recognized. And it says normal. 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 That's awesome. Okay, so it was signed, QR code, same thing. It says the same thing on the bottom of that one. Okay, now, what do you think this? Think you know what the last one's going to say? This says Paris hybrid. Tattoo or microchip number is on her certificate. Application number, date of report 1/8/2024. Her CKC registration number, sex female. born 11/17, age at time of testing, 25 months. Result, based upon, you ready for this? Based upon the radiographs submitted, the consensus was that no evidence of hip dysplasia was recognized. The hip joint conformation was evaluated as good. And the vet said, good's good. I thought you'd get a score. This is the best news I could ever get. We did not know anything about the parents of these puppies when we bought them, except we met the mom, and we had pictures of the dad who lived next door. We got them. We figured if we'd get them tested, because they are so beautiful. We figured we'll see if they are not genetically healthy. We'll love them anyway, and we'll have them spayed, and we will just have 3 dogs again like we always do. That's kind of what we did with Roxy. We never intended to breed her, but we did think about if we could find some beautiful Doodles and really be responsible breeders, we might someday breed them. Now, we've not still decided to breed these 2 because we got to find a male that either the people have tested their male, or we can own a male and guardian home it to someone we very, very much trust. I'm not super obsessed. I'm not even obsessed. I'm not even really excited about hurrying up and breeding the girls because they got a long time they can have puppies. But I honestly, I'm not going to do this if it's not going to be how I want it, because I want somebody to get a decent, healthy family member if they're going to get one from me. I don't want to be like that hag that sold me that puppy with no tail and scold someone, let someone, like she scolded me for wanting a healthy animal, which he didn't have a tail, so I could not do that to people. Especially not what I had put these girls through, testing them, embark testing them, vets constantly getting them, make sure they don't have ear infections, make sure they are groomed properly, make sure they get the proper flea treatment all the time, because they make your dog unhealthy. I mean, I want to do this for that reason. Truthfully, it's like a challenge to me. And I have been scolded by that hag and another friend of hers because I wanted to know, was this dog health tested? And if not, can I health test it? I health tested her puppy, the one with no tail. And it tested health-wise good. But I'm telling you, that tail would have genetically come out somewhere. And it could anytime, because there are poodles in these dogs. And it could happen. But for me to knowingly breed a dog to a dog with no tail, when I want Doodles with beautiful bushy tails, and I know the people that buy the puppies are going to want to see these parents, I couldn't do that. I hope that makes sense to you. I would happily adopt a shelter dog. I wouldn't breed a shelter dog on purpose. No, I would not. But here's what I think. I think if a person wants a certain kind of dog and they make an informed decision about buying it, and they don't just run out and buy the first dog they see and then have a dog that's so unhealthy that it lives a horrible life, and maybe try to breed that dog that's not healthy just to make money and all that. I'm not for that at all. I just think if I want to get a quality animal, I should be able to. And if I want to produce a quality animal in the confines of my home with me and my husband and a few visitors and family members that come by and love on the dogs, I should be able to do that. We're not a puppy mill. We're not backyard breeders that just get 2 dogs to go say, oh, your dog's pretty. Let's breed these dogs. See what the puppies look like, not knowing if they might have a high propensity for cancers or hip dysplasia or blindness or whatever. That's what I'm doing this for. And I could get on a soapbox, I know, about this. But I am so excited that their OFA testing turned out good. There's something about when you do this testing. Do you hear those rumors booming on my doors? They're wanting in. But whenever I have done this testing, I've done 2 embarks and 2 ORI vets, 2 different times on my girls to make sure they were not inconsistent on their findings and everything was great. And I have all that copied. And I've had to wait till they're 2 to do their OFA testing. And I had people say, you don't have to wait till they're 2. You can have it done. I don't want to do that. I know what I was told by vets, and you're supposed to wait till they're 2 so that they're fully developed. And if you've ever had a little chihuahua or a little poodle and you saw it run across the yard and after it runs a little while, it's starting to hop on one leg because its back leg just don't want to work right and it's hopping on 3 legs, that's hip dysplasia. That's just the starting of it. And it's very painful, and it's terrible because you fall in love with these animals. They're your family. My dogs are absolutely my family, and they're pet dad's family. And you do that, you get a dog, and you know you may get your heart broke. But to do it on purpose, I don't want to do that. I want to be a great, responsible breeder of golden doodles. And I don't know how much, there won't be very many litters with Paris and Bougie. But I'm telling you, if I can find a male that's been health tested, and I'd love to have a red one to put with them. A real red golden doodle with a beautiful tail. That's what I'd like. But I'll find it. I'll find it when I get serious. Now I'm serious because I got my OFA testing done. I don't think there's anything else I'd want to do, because the thyroid testing you can do through the OFA. I've already had that done through Embark and ORI Vet, and they both come out good. All of that stuff genetically has come out good. Our girls are low shedding. Both of them are low shedding to non-shedding. And I know how to play around a little bit with the colors. It's not going to be perfect, but I know a little bit about that with the genetic letters that I've got to deal with, the genetic codes. And I'm sure I'll get better with it as time goes. I won't breed both of them at the same time because that'd just be yes, I just kicked it off, so I had to start out again. That would just be way, way, way too much puppy for me to deal with at once. When I breed them, I'll do it one at a time. I want the puppies to leave here well on their way to being housebroken, and I want them to leave here used to grooming clippers and noises and thunderstorms and other animals and things, a lot of things. I've made videos about it, but I got a message about my robot was wanting in the room or something, and I tried to kick it off my screen, and it made my recording stop. So I'm having to add this onto the back end of my recording. But if you guys are still watching, I apologize for not editing this video at all. I'm just going to put it up because it's been so long. There's that message again from one of my Roombas. Anyway, I've been waiting for my OFA testing to come, and I've got a video, like I said, made, but I've not edited it. And I had my niece dog Luna here. I practiced on grooming her one day while my nephew and brother and my husband was out practicing at my Target place in the back, and I forgot to video the thing. So even if I got to drive to their house and video Luna so you can see her, or have them bring her over here, I will. But I can't put that video out till I do something else with it, because I just thought I was going to video her while I was grooming her, and I forgot. I'm trying to practice grooming on other dogs, other doodles. She's a Labradoodle. But anyway, hopefully, listen, I'd love to tell you what I've been busy with, and it's like what I have been busy with really in the last 3 weeks is literally life or death. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, but I know the Lord's going to help me with it. And I know we're going to make it through, and we're going to win. It's just something I'm having to do. Our family's having to do, and it's working out. But it's taking all of my time. But I'm going to try to get some videos up, even if they're not very long. But I just can't quit talking about this OFA testing, you guys, because I just love it. And I want to say, Lisa, I want you to know how much I appreciate you. You always comment and put hearts and dogs and all this stuff on our videos, and shout out to you. Lisa, you are awesome. Duncan's daddy, if you don't get a chance to watch his videos with his little Dee Dee and his Duncan, the service dog, He's got a YouTube channel, and he's an awesome guy, and he's one of our veterans. He's super nice. He so much cares about animals. We have a lot of people. Darlene, I cannot say her last name. I apologize if I've left any of you out. But there's some of you that are always here, no matter how lazy I get, which really I'm not being lazy, I promise. I'm just so busy. And if you knew how old I was, and I am a run around here like I'm 16, that's not good. But I'm just a hyper person or whatever. I don't know what you'd call it, but I stay too busy, and then I'm not busy enough. But I don't know if you guys ever want to doodle off of Bougier Paris, but if we ever get them, I'm telling you, those dogs are gorgeous. Roxy's beautiful too, but she's the boss dog, and she's spayed and she won't have puppies. But anyway, I'm just going to keep on talking until the video shuts off, I guess. But thank you for watching. I promise I'm going to put up a new video as soon as I can with something in it besides me. Okay. OFA testing is a yes. Have a good day. Bye.